Great. So, our first poll question, just to understand what you know about research assistants. So, um, have you seen the okay. Have you seen it on your screen? I guess you can see it on your screen. Okay.
Not yet.
That's a name. Oh, okay. It's live now, right? I'll see. Awesome. So 12 participants here. Let us know. Okay. Let us know if you've ever researched to solve a social problem. Okay. So we have quite a number of us. Okay, let me show you the poll results now. Oh, there are a few people still responding. Okay, I think all of us have responded. And share results. Okay. It's a good number. So a good number of us actually have researched, and then we have a fair idea, I guess, about tools or using tools in our work. 17%. Good to know it's in your plan. So I guess this is when we have to invite Christina to respond to your needs of researching, hopefully to aid you with our research too. So Christina, over to you.
Thank you, Andy. Yes, well, it's good to see that so many of you have already started researching the social problems that you're trying to address, but probably in the process you have noticed something that has come up repeatedly as a challenge that among social entrepreneurs we have worked with. The fact that it can be really time consuming, and it takes a lot of time and energy to go through information, to the available information, and learn a bit more about social problem that you are trying to address. So that's how we came up with the idea that it might be useful to leverage AI in order to simplify this process and make it more efficient. And the research assistant tool that is now available just upon registration from your site gives you a couple of tools that can help you through this journey. The first three, problem analysis, root cause analysis, and consequence tracking, are actually focusing exactly on this process of digging deeper into the problem. The core problem, what is the issue for your beneficiaries, what are the reasons for it to exist, and what are the consequences of it existing which is so information that you would probably need to understand in order to come up with an effective solution or to convince potential partners that it's relevant for them to join their efforts with yours and actually support your organization and endeavors. So I'll demonstrate the problem analysis tool first, because the other two are actually working in a very similar structure. The structure of the tool is very simple. You just need to enter the social issue that you're trying to solve as a social entrepreneur. I'll try with low educational outcomes for high school students. Then you need to clarify the geography. I'll go for Bulgaria, since this is my home market. And then from this drop-down menu, you can select an additional question that can help you narrow down your search to specific aspects of the problem. So what is the magnitude, or what are the key stakeholders involved? Are there any groups that are more affected than others, and so on? Just for the purposes of the demonstration, I will go with the magnitude of the problem and try to understand what is its scope. And then I'll give it a couple of seconds to vote, but what I'll have at the end would be a summary of available research that is touching upon this topic that can give me a bit more insight about the scope of the issue, how it's affecting the population, and it will also point me towards the actual technical challenge here. Maybe I have not filled something properly, but it will provide an index of the publications that have been used for the research assistant to actually generate the answer, so that you can see here it is. So that you can see both the summary, but also you can pinpoint exactly which publications these are coming from the source map, and follow the link and dive deeper into each one of them. Something that we were very keen on making sure it's included was that the tool prioritizes sources from international organizations like OECD, as you can see here, or WHO, or the UN agency, or national statistics, so that you can be sure that you're relying on relevant data from sources that would be recognized as reputable from your potential partners. You can play around with this, get more detailed answers based on how you formulate the initial questions, but the intention is to get you a quick and easy way to access reliable information. Then, if we go back to our main menu, you'll see that there are two more tools besides the root cause analysis and consequence tracking. That's the interview scripter and the survey generator. They are actually there to help you more in the steps that you'll probably need to take if you're aiming to measure your impact more rigorously. Again, we've noticed that a lot of social entrepreneurs end up at a point where they need to do individual interviews with beneficiaries or stakeholders to understand better their perception of the problem, or with their feedback and the results that they have achieved through participating and engaging with your solutions. So the interview scripter is actually designed to help you come up with the first version of a questionnaire for an interview that can help you structure a conversation with beneficiaries that will lead to more insights about your program. I have pre-filled the input boxes because there's quite a lot of them, but the idea is to guide you through, again, the key elements that you need to include in an interview in order to be able to inform your participants and respondents for the purpose, for the duration, and the type of feedback that you want to receive. I've used an example that's more relevant to reach for change work and the challenges of social entrepreneurs to scaling, but if I press the generate interview script button, you will soon see that the interview scripter will provide you with an initial script that you can follow, take, and tailor a bit more based on your own experience in order to be able to conduct interviews your beneficiaries. And the structure would follow the generally accepted interview structure with the introduction phase, substantive phase, which actually captures the different questions, and you have a lot of options to pick up from. And then the exit phase, where you can walk your respondent through the next steps and how they can get in touch if needed. One more part to cover, and that's if you want to do the same thing but on a larger scale and decide to pursue a survey instead of interview format, the research assistant has also something for you, and that's the survey generator, which, again, following the same logic and capturing some information that you need to input around the issue, the expected outcomes of the survey, of the product, the intentions for the survey, and how open or closed it is, meaning do you want open answers from your respondents or something which they need to choose from available choices. you can actually go and generate a first draft of a survey that you can afterwards refine and use in your own impact measurement process. And again, you get a lot of suggestion covering everything from the background and understanding the perception of the issue and the current situation of your respondents to more specific information about the outcomes that have achieved by engaging with your solution and the level of satisfaction of engaging with it. You have the option to copy it and tweak it or download it as PDF if you feel that it's ready to use. But in any case, as with any AI tool, I always suggest that you consider this more as a first draft that can help you get you started and help you actually clarify your ideas and thinking instead of starting from a blank page and trying to figure out how to proceed. Yes, so these are the main functionalities, and I'm really looking forward to hearing a bit more from you at this point. We stop screen sharing.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Christina, for that. So to hear more from you, we're going to launch our second poll, just to gauge your initial understanding about what, you know about the tool and how you're going to leverage the tool in your work, basically. All right. So the poll is launched. Are you interested in leveraging the research assistant for your work? Is it best fit for you? If I should add a layer, another question to the question would be like, is it best fit? Does it aid your work to make it more efficient? And maybe for you, you'd want maybe a bit more clarity, perhaps, or you're now thinking of prioritizing something like this, or you haven't prioritized any. So allow you to respond now. And a quick note will be that after your response, Joanna is going to step in to facilitate some sort of a conversation with you. So we would want you to, unmute, but then quick housekeeping will be that if you want to show your face just like us, would advise that you maintain a very quiet, serene background because we are recording this, so that we don't have any interference. So thank you so much. But the chat box is also there if you want to use the chat. Feel free. If your current location, there's a bit of background noise and all that, feel free to use a chat box also. So still waiting for your response. We have 13 people on the call, and I'm sure you want to respond to this question. Okay, I think I'm going to end poll and then share results now. And Joanna, you can take it out from there. Exciting results, though.
Thank you, Andy. Yes, it's very nice to see that, all of you are interested in using the tool, and some feel that they might need a little bit more clarity. And I think that is completely understandable. I can just add in, like when we started with this project, we were also in a phase where we were like, we see that we could use AI, but a lot of us were very much novices on AI. It was not something that we felt 100% comfortable with. It was something that we were unused to. I come actually from a research background, and I still feel like I did not really know how to use an AI to do research. So it's very valid to think that you need more clarity and that you feel a little bit uncertain. And that's what we primarily tried doing with this research assistant, is making it very easy to use and having it connected to a bunch of sources that we know are trusted. Because when you go out to the big AI world, you may end up feeling that you get an answer back that is not really spot on because it uses too much information on the internet. So just having that in mind, if you do feel that it's a little bit uncomfortable still, is this specific tool is made to actually help you. It provides you with that help you need. It gives you questions to ask. And the easiest way of kind of moving a little bit past that feeling is actually usually to try it. To sit, ask a bunch of questions, change the questions, and just be a little bit interactive with it, because then you will start feeling that it is actually, the AI isn't as scary as as you might think when you start working with an AI. But yes, we would very much like to hear if you have any initial questions or comments, or if anyone has already been in and tried the research assistant, if there's anything that you have approached as a problem, or yeah, whatever. This is, as it's called, an Ask Me Anything questions. We want you to feel free to just ask us if there's anything at all that has come up in regards to the research assistant. Just jump in.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alice Savito. I'm from NGO Creative Ideas, and we are now involved in one project, actually, with Reach for Change together, for a social business academy for youngsters. We are doing training, and what we thought to use also to show this tool to our youngsters in the training and to show them how they can use it. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit was late today, but I will check on my own the tool, and I'm also working recently regularly IE in my work, and what I've realized that IE is as clever as the questions you ask, right? So systems like this, I suppose they help to ask this more focused question, right? So they assist you in that way. So I'm very interested to check it out myself, and also to show it to our youngsters that will do the training starting from next weekend.
That's very nice to hear. And yeah, you're very correct. I mean, that was one of the issues we wanted to address, that you very seldom know what question to ask. It's a big step just knowing what question to ask. And this product provides suggestions for questions, but of course you can also tweak those suggestions or write your very own questions. You're not limited to our questions, but they do help in that step when you might sit there and feel, okay, where should I start? So that was one of the key things that we wanted it to do with this research assistant, was making it a little bit more adjusted for our specific field of social entrepreneurship. So, and we're very happy that you want to show it to your participants. Thank you. Anyone else who has a question or comment or a reflection? Who may have tried out the tool?
Yeah, can I ask about something?
Absolutely.
Maybe I'm in the car, so that's fine. Yeah, I tried your tool, and it's a little unclear for me. First, how old is the database that you're taking the data from? And my next question was, is it the queries that make it different from the other AI tool, or how? Because I just need to know some specifications of what makes it different.
Yeah.
Sorry.
On the age of the information, I might leave over to my AI experts to explain how that works. But I do know that we have something built into it, which means that it takes the newest information possible. But of course, if the AI cannot find an answer, it will go back and search for, of course, information that can verify it, that might be older as well. That's also why it provides the list of references. You can check the reference of where the data is coming from, and then of course you can see when that article is published or printed, or equally. So it has built in that it's supposed to take the newest, most updated information as a default. And it is connected to a certain set of key priority data sources that we have put in a ranking, so that it goes first to certain sources that are higher ranked. But if it still cannot find information in those sources, it will search the internet wide, so that it isn't limited to any of the sources we provide, but we have given them a ranking of sources we see as more relevant. The second question of what differs is, I mean, there are of course a lot of AI tools out there. And one of the things that we have tried doing with this one is, of course, targeted towards social entrepreneurship. So it has that specific focus in these ranked sources that provided, and also in the default questions that you can choose. While many of the AI tools out there are more general, they will also then provide you, they can probably provide you with an equally good answer if you have the skills to use them and you have the skills to provide that sort of question to the AI tools. So what we're trying to do is be that middle hand of, for those people who may not feel very comfortable, have that kind of skill set. It is what it's called. It's an assistant that simply tries to help you on the way, being that middleman in that sense. And also, I mean, if compared to very large ones like ChatGPT doesn't provide you with any sources at all. There are AIs out there that do also have the sources, but we have opted to have this one to be completely connected to the sources, so you can always check where your information is coming from, and you actually get a list of the sources, so you can, of course, create a nice bibliography and verify your information in that sense.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, especially about the reference, and that you have prioritized the things that are most important for the social entrepreneurship. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I think I explained it correctly about the timing, right? I see Esther nodding. So
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, explained really well. Yes.
thank you.
What it does is like a web crawler which searches in the internet. That's why it's a little bit slow. It's because it's real-time data. It's the PDFs and the information that it's right now in the internet. So that's why it's always updated. But we also have another source where the social entrepreneurs can put some PDFs or some information from other years if the information is useful for them. So they can also take that from there. So yeah. So that's why it's real-time data. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hi. I'm the other developer of this research assistant, and yeah, essentially what Esther explained. There's another private vector store where Reach for Change can upload documents that they deem to be relevant for social issues, and so there's essentially two vector stores: one that scrapes from the internet and one that's private for Reach for Change. But Joanna's explained everything really good.
I've heard you tell me this a couple of times now, at least. So I'm starting to get it. Great. Any other questions? Someone who wants to jump in, ask a question or a comment?
Hi, I'm Ramona from a project from Reach for Change, sorry. And I was wondering if we can upload our own documents, like in PDF or Word, to have a double check with the AI assistant.
At the moment, it's not possible to upload as a private person to have your own documents being like the research assistant can't use your documents to provide you a summary of it. Because the research assistant is more connected to larger scale kind of sources that it draws information from. So it's we as Reach for Change, I can decide if I want to have a document that I think is general and would benefit anyone who can use the research assistant. I can add that into the depository source for. But then it's just if it's something that is, that because it becomes accessible to everyone. There isn't a possibility to have a private little version of it. I think at least I'm saying that correct. So that's the research assistant is built to provide information for everyone on a general set of sources. So I do not know if that would be possible either. So I can't.
Yeah,
I
Ramona.
think that's a very
Yeah, Ramona, was that good for you? Did you get that?
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Awesome.
okay.
Okay, we have like 5 minutes more for this segment of the conversation. So just in case somebody is still pondering or still caught up in their thoughts, wondering how this will be of benefit to them, I'd advise that you use the chat box, or you can even reach out to us, info@reachforchange.org, for anything regarding the research assistant, or if you want to also talk through how you are using it, I'd advise that you just do a shout out on social media, because we want people to have some sort of practical evidence of how the tool is benefiting them. So you can just send us a feed, like a message on Facebook or LinkedIn on your experiences about the tool, right? So that we will know that, okay, the tool is really of value to social entrepreneurs within our network, and even broader, connecting to peer organizations who are also utilizing the tool. So it's not Reach for Change tool, it's a tool for the world, right? For a lot of social entrepreneurs. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tool that we have open from our webpage. So it's a complete open access tool. You need to register to create an account to use it, but there's no charge for that. So it's completely free of charge to use the tool. So it's a very valuable thing to try out. And also, if there are people in here who then work with other people, they can show it to. It's something that you should do. You don't need to be like a Reach for Change social entrepreneur. It is something that we want to share with the world, since social entrepreneurship is more than us. And we also then have it, we also have a very good toolkit on our Reach for Change webpage as well, which is also very helpful for social entrepreneurs in many ways. And the research assistant can be seen as like one feature of that toolkit. So we are also very much encouraging everyone. Ristina just shared it with us in the chat. So you can also very much go in and have a look at that, which is also a free of charge toolkit that we have open access to anyone who is interested. So this research assistant has been like a new add-on to that toolkit. The toolkit has existed for a while, and now we've been able to expand on it. The research assistant is also in its, we've just gotten started. So if there are possibilities or wishes or requests on how we could tweak or change or make the research assistant better, that is something that we are always open to having input on. Because this is also, as I mentioned, for us, it's a beginning of an AI journey that we are hoping we can continue to evolve on. So we would very much like to have any form of input to also make the assistant more valuable for those who use it. So yeah, if there's anything, just feel free to reach out to us. As Andy said, we have several ways of communication. So it's we're happy to have input. Yes.
Christina, any thoughts, something on your mind? Oh,
I was actually trying to copy paste as much of the links and addresses that we were referring to in the meantime. But I think Han has already summarized really well our current state and our plans going forward. For me, it's definitely very interesting to hear more feedback and even ideas in which directions we can expand it to potentially in the future.
awesome. Awesome. So with that said, I'm going to launch our last poll. I'm launching it pretty soon. But then a quick thought here about the sort of next steps of the tool. So just as my colleagues rightly said, we are soliciting your thoughts and things like that to improve the tool, right? And to make it very much accessible to every social entrepreneur everywhere in the world. So I'm just going to propose this idea to all of us here that if you have something that you think will be relevant to what we are trying to do, you can do a nice sort of package like a PDF or a PowerPoint presentation and shout out with a link that with an email that Christina shared in the chat box, or you can do a video because I'm looking at the storytelling elements to this, right? You can do a video of this and then just post it and tag Reach for Change. Okay, do a shout out and let people know that, okay, this tool has some interesting value to social entrepreneurs and Reach for Change can do more, can reach so many people if they do X, Y, or Z in addition to it. All right, feel free to do that and let's get a tool in the minds of the right people and hopefully get some great partners also coming on board. So yeah, that's my idea, my proposal to all of you. So anyway, so on the third poll, I'm launching it right now. You'll see it on your screen. So let us know if this discussion about the research assistant was useful for you and your work. I guess it's going to be 100% sort of. Okay. Anybody that's still, curious about something and not sure, and they still need some thinking to do, can also let us know. Don't worry, we won't feel bad. We're okay. It's a safe space. And somebody who wants to say, no, I'm still not going to prioritize this in my work, that's also fine. Awesome. Okay, so I'll end poll. That's if everybody has answered the question though. Okay, 1 more minute or 2 more. All right, I think we are done. Share results. 80-20 here. Okay. 80-20. That's good news to us, actually. Fantastic news to us. Thank you all so much. So last words, I'm going to probably give the last words and closing remarks, closing thoughts to the experts, and then later to Reach for Change. Okay. So the experts are Esther and then Andrea. They are actually the genius brains behind the development of the tool. So one time during summer, they decided to join us for some nice AI expedition to develop this tool. So final words from their end, and then maybe we just listen to Reach for Change side of team, Johanna, Christina, and then we would hopefully call it a day because it's a Friday. So I guess your weekend is also planned out. So yeah, keep your waiting. So over to you, Esther, Andres, one of you can take over final thoughts and yeah.
As you want, yeah. I would like to say thank you, especially to Christina and Johanna, who have been with us along the journey. It's been amazing. It's been a pleasure to create this. And also, I'm really excited to see that people are liking this product. It's nice to know that our product is gonna help people and it's enjoyable. So for my part, I would really like to say thank you. And of course, if you have any doubt on how to use it or if anything fails, yes, you have us and feel free to reach us.
Yeah, I'm also really thankful. I'm really grateful that it can help social entrepreneurs to like make the research process a little bit like more efficient, and I'm really happy that for the support of Johanna and Christina. And also, I'm really thankful for my group as well, for Esther and Robert, because I think that we've created like a product that at the end of the day is like tailored for social entrepreneurs. And I'm really like looking forward to see if we can improve it better, and so that it can be like useful for social entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Andrea, Esther. Over to you, Joanna, Christina.
Yeah, thank you.
Final
Yeah,
thoughts.
I can just I mean, I remember when we met for like our first meeting, and I was telling you about social entrepreneurs and what they do, and it was a bit of a new concept to you. So just finding, and I think that was also one of the beautiful things about this, is that we were able to combine knowledge like that. You can have someone who knows AI and be part of providing the support that social entrepreneurs need. Because we tend to sometimes get a little bit stuck in our own silos, and we have our own knowledge bases quite separate. And let's just face it, a lot of us are like, we don't really like new things if they seem scary to us. So it's very nice to have the possibility of actually interacting, also for me, who was not very well acquainted with AI. And so I think that I think that is the mindset you should have when you start feeling you want to try out an AI product, is that there might still be that feeling like you don't really know how to, you don't really know if it will help you. I can just say, since I started using different AI products, which is not more than like a year or two ago, it has definitely made a huge efficiency to my work in a lot of ways. I also use my own I use our AI research assistant to answer questions for me all the time. So it's great. And I'm not a social entrepreneur, but I can still find ways of using it. So I think it's a good thing to feel like open and just be curious. I think that's the main thing that you should have in mind when you interact with one of these AI tools. And as it also is mentioned always, is with AI tools, we know that it's an AI, they can make mistakes. So of course you need to use your own brain. You need to go in and read the texts. You need to twerk the text. So it's a learning. It's not just something that you do to provide you with a quick answer. It's something that teaches you something. While you read the text that the AI made you, you learn something. So it is something that's supposed to be interactive in your work, that helps you in your work, but that becomes like an integrated aspect of what you do in more a way than just being, it will provide me with an answer. I copy paste, I don't do anything more. If you actually let it be more interactive, it also becomes something that enriches a lot of what you do, because it will search sources that you may never have thought about searching, and it will provide you with information and knowledge that is brand new. So I think that's very, very nice. So Christina, you want to come in?
No, that's a tough act to follow. But I'll maybe take a slightly different angle. For me, a lot of the motivation was around problem analysis and impact measurement. Again, I feel these things can be quite resource intensive and time intensive if we approach them the regular way. But then again, they're so worth it. Digging in deeper into the problem helps you come up with a more effective solution. figuring out how to start measuring your impact can lead to actual and more data to demonstrate that what you're doing is worth it and there should be support for it. So our intention has been to try to make this part of the work as a bit more efficient and hopefully save you time, effort, energy, and nerves in the process. So please go test out the research assistant. I hope you'll find it useful. And if you do so, please share the word or please let us know what we can do to continue improving it and get it to a point where it's really saving time, energy, and nerve for you. Maybe in a ways that we didn't even expect it in the beginning.
Fantastic. There you have it. Your
Can I
Friday.
ask about something?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to. So you said we could share it. So it's free. We just have to make a an account. Yes.
It's completely free of charge. Everyone who uses it just makes an account using their private email. There's nothing more needed than that. So you can share it. Just share the actual link to the research tool. It's completely free to share. Have we added that
Okay.
link to the chat today? So yes, be more than we definitely encourage that it should be shared as much as possible. So yes, Andy, you were.
Yeah, thank you. I was actually going to say that when you visit our fresh website that we just developed for the tool, you would see everything you need to know about the tool there. So the link is in the chat. Just click and then you see the people behind the tool, the developers, Esther, Andreas, Robert, and then you see a very nice quote about the tool and then the value of the tool, actually, what we seek to do with this tool. So, sorry, I can't pronounce your name, Jeanette, I think, yeah, or Larson, JT Larson.
Yeah.
Yet, okay, also, thank you. Thank you so much. We look forward to hearing more from you. And with that said, with everything that you've heard so far, the conversation will still continue. We'll try and do this again. I'm not sure when, but hopefully when we see the enthusiasm and if there are more questions coming our way, then we'll say that, okay, let's do another AMA, ask me anything question, so that we just fine tune everything and then respond directly to those that need clarity. Thank you for making time for this session. We look forward to seeing you again and enjoy the rest of your day and then have fun during your weekend. I hope you all relax and enjoy with family, friends, loved ones. So that'll be all from us. From Reach for Change. We'll see you another time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You.
Thank you for joining.